comps is just a little bit too narrow and hasn't been working thus far.
And we're not excited about the Jhin, but Jhin does have a way better matchup to Varus. Because how many times have we seen a Kai'Sa, especially into a Varus Brom lane, right? Well, Varus with the Halo Blades. And I wouldn't mind a big stack. Ooh, Sokka. Don't think there's really an opportunity here with Kuz being level 5, but there he goes, being 6.
Yeah, that's going to be the Dominus as in goes the ulti. Paranoia comes down as Faker has to flash over and Kuz holds on to the turret aggro beautifully. And Faker's just going to hop into the Wolf House and go home. I'm wondering whether he flashed on the spot. Sokka in trouble yet again. Note that it's Faker, as I wasn't paying attention for a moment, and the Nocturne's just dead. So the follow-up gank is good from Kyoshik.
For the W.
All too easy.
Yeah, and not a lot to be done there as Kana.
Yep, Kyoshik paying another visit is going to land the spear, and Kana is just dead. He knew it, that's why he didn't flash. Heads up play there, but still is going to go down. And DRX early game working out very, very well. Certainly playing like the team with nothing to lose. And that is exactly how they should be playing. Looks of things with the fact that Bao is on the
teleport.
All right, don't know whether this is the commitment that they really want with the fact that Teddy can just curtain call from the mid lane. But they will still go for it. Sokka standing on a ward right now as it is going to be T1. They'll lock down the Herald. Now they start off this fight as a face breaker. On to Kingen is good. They get him away from the wall and will be able to take him down for the second kill for T1. This is what we want to see. And now it's a teleport immediately behind Bao. He's got no mana as well as the Dustbringer will connect, and this should just be pretty comfy. Yeah, Bao not going to be able to get towards Sokka. That's a great map play from Faker as well, just to get even more from that play.
Not anything to be done though.
Top okay.
And they get a really nice reset here, and knowing Teddy is there, you always go for this.
Landing 높을, 그엔 높을.
There's really no thing that DRX can reliably do, and I don't know, this is kind of the indecision that DRX have shown a lot, and that they can't really afford to. If you accomplish as much dive and hard engage as this, right? You know you're going to be down the guy, just back off. Don't, like, they have the objective. Immediately recognize that, back off. You're going to be in a much better spot.
Well, we're looking at Sokka getting dove here towards the bottom side of the map. Faker is going to be able to get out of turret range, and Becca not going to be enough to stop him as Kuz just takes the last possible turret shot that he can, and Faker is going to grab some crockery here from the bottom outer turret. I like it a lot. Kana now is the one that is in the furnace, but it looks like Kyoshik not wanting to go for it and Kana giving as much respect over as possible as Kyoshik might find Teddy. Spear is going to connect, and this should be the kill. Teddy able to flash his way out, but the follow flash is going to be there. Spear is going to miss as there's the captive audience, but it ain't going to be enough. Pounce and take down, and Kyoshik is going to be able to get the assassination.
Hopefully.
Well, it is currently Teddy just chilling in that mid lane, trying to catch this minion wave that's heading on forward, and it looks like DRX don't want to wait for the Drake. As, okay, Kuz just going to engage onto Kingen. Some needlework comes down as Kana looking for it. Does manage to get in there as Faker. There to follow up, and Teddy dashing on forward, able to get these autos working. Bao's already dead. Sokka's been taken down, and this is the T1 we've been looking for. There's the curtains, and my goodness, Teddy is angry after these last few games. That's going to be the long range as he takes down Kingen. The Drake is going to follow suit, and T1. No weapons, quick!
We need to get something going.
Oh, that's bleak. That is very bleak.
It is.
As, okay, speaking of which, Faker going on in here as Solarflare doesn't get too much work done as Faker's staying alive for so long. Bao's in trouble. The Haymaker will do it. Faker eventually falls down, but it kind of feels like he's done his job. Solka going to be taken out of this one as well. So far, it's going to be a pretty even trade. Both solo lanes, though, dead, and it's Bao that's dead instead of Kingen. So what can Teddy do to answer this one? Looks like right now they're going for a bit of a disengage just because no Moonfall available anymore. Teddy at full health.
And the poke is strong though from DRX. Faker coming in from the flank.
Yep, taking a lot of damage is the Baron. Might be dead just pretty soon. You can see down to 3,000 health. Now the Paranoia just to buy them space. They're bursting down the Baron, and DRX just had to give it up. No options there whatsoever as now Kingen getting chunked. Even the needlework coming out and gets absolutely nothing for it.
Defend hard engage.
Well, Curtain Call going to come through here as Teddy's hunting for Bao. That backline. Core shot will just be doored as T1 is just going to take care of that Drake. The old Paranoia teleport to come through here from Faker as he is going to get on through with Kuz. will lock down the Drake. And finally, Faker is going to turn up. He takes a lot of damage as we've got some miss down. T1, they keep everyone alive for the longest time as Solka will fall at the end. Carrier, he's the one to go down for T1, but he will be the only one. And it's only Becca who survives on the side of DRX. I have a feeling this one is just over. Look at all of that fire underneath T1 right now.
And that is 3 Infernal Drakes, a one-team fight, and Kana immediately teleports towards the top side of the map to slam down some turrets. Crucially finished the Titanic Hydra before the fight. You saw how much that Flash Haymaker did.
Yeah.
And it's Faker coming in from the back as well. T1 looking like the T1 we saw against Damwon Kia, and that then strictly disappeared for a couple of matches. But here again, this first game against DRX, they are finally back.
Yeah, really great stuff. Congratulations to T1 taking down DRX. It's been a while since we've witnessed the full run back of exactly the same things.
Losing my mind, Atlas.
Yep.
Does suspect this.
He's going to flash. There's the follow flash, though, as in goes Pioshik. Faker trying to get underneath this turret as Pioshik understands that he's not going to be able to get there. The ramp up of the turret damage was going to be pretty dangerous, but they're not going to be able to grab him. This time, though, they do get a flash.
Although,
yeah, this is a big one. Only level 4 on Faker, so not going to be paranoiaing in or anything like that, but Cuz going to walk on around as Carrier gets in there with the Hex Flash, and immediately the kill goes down. They trade it, but they might be able to grab Becca as well, who's trying to get that fancy footwork working. And the Dustbringer just to come through as a parting gift, but this is still good news for somewhat stubborn with his drafting choices. I'm going to have to hold my thought for a moment as Cuz just ease onto Solka here, and Faker is going to follow up, but it's going to be a mismatch fight here. Not going to be able to grab the kill onto Solka. Not enough damage with the Haymaker either, as Cannon gets there a little bit too late with the teleport. Oh dear. C1 making a big old whoopsie in the river. And Cuz is like, well, not going to be able to help you out, guys. I'm sorry. And he's just going to take the Rift Scuttler and get out. Getting those team fights in order, making sure that you had all the information necessary. And speaking of which, that's the Moonfall onto Bow on the bottom side. Just too much damage here as Teddy just pops him like a balloon.
Side makes it so much easier. Faker might be caught here,
but getting over the top, doesn't find the spear as Faker, good sidestep. Moonfall's fantastic this time as Faker just throws through the paranoia, and that's a double kill. He had barely the items that Solka had. It's a whip in comparison to the completed Mythic, but he had the friend's assistance, and now Faker's going to have so much more money to spend when he does go home. Some of those sequels pretty bad. We'll see which kind of sequel this is going to be, though. As here's some paranoia.
Teleport.
Great stun onto Becca, who is going to be able to do some decent work there. You can see Bao, once again, it's the same level of 0 protection for the Varus. And DRX knew that, right? But still not going to be able to do anything about it. Sometimes it's about the composition. You know, as Faker's going to dive on top of Kingen, but probably not a fight that you really want to take.
It's like, oh wait, I don't think their ults in this one are great. Individually, they look a lot better. They're making cross-map plays, they're getting stuff done. Here we go, he waits out the lethal tempo, recognizes that, wow, okay. Well, no, that's just Gwen, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't just going to, okay, here we go. We're bringing the friends. This time, as Faker doesn't want anything to do with it. Showstopper. Let's see whether this is going to be enough. Some more needlework and a teleport. And Cannon might just be dead. If at first you don't succeed, maybe you just do it again and not succeed again. Not entirely sure. They are going to be able to trade it this time, though, as Cuz grabs the kill onto Solka. So 4v4 at this point in time. Faker just using the paranoia to limit the vision of DRX, as he should be able to push towards this top out. It's going to be round 2, I guess. Mirrored objective whether we get the same drop, I believe. Yep, Stridebreaker just to get himself out of the way. Kingen going to move on over and see whether he can get out this set of position. Carry over to the side. That's going to be Soul Point locked down for T1, but can they escape is the question. The answer may just be yes. There's some more needlework coming on through here. The flash on forward. As Cuz knows that he's dead, may as well press some buttons. But still, just the one kill and Soul Point locked down for T1. You probably take it. If we can talk about disco music again, I guess. But no, some needlework here on the bottom side. Teleport to come through from T1 as maybe Kingin has overstepped. Doesn't have the ulti anymore as he throws out the mist one more time. The fear comes in. It's taking a long time to kill this Gwen, who almost manages to take down Canna. In the meantime, is Teddy going aggressive? Carrier finding Becker as well. That's a big old Zenith blade as the Chains of Corruption come in as well, as everyone just seems to be limping away as we trade in the end. Was that a bit of a fadeaway from Carrier? Not sure. I think it was the last tick of Ignite that managed to take down Becker, as we've got a curtain call just for revenge on Carrier's killer. T1 will be able to lock down this outer turret, so trade in advantage of T1.
And this is a big fight. If you get this as T1, this game is golden.
But Kingin is jumping onto Canna. The Haymaker does a bit of work as he's just going to showstopper the Gwen over the wall and look to continue trying to escape. It's not really going to work as Stridebreaker gets Canna a little bit further. He does have the stopwatch that he sat on for such a long time. Moonfall comes on in here as another stopwatch is there. Kingin going to utilize his, but if Kingin falls here, it is a big problem for DRX. As Solka, he's going to go golden as well. League of stopwatch well and truly upon us right now as the curtain's going to be called. Solka in a bit of trouble here. Vision being picked up by Teddy. Last bullet, not going to be able to find the mark, as now DRX should be able to deny the Infernal Soul.
It was a like 10-second window here for DRX, and they found it expertly. Really greedy from T1 to go hard on that engage with the teleport for Faker. On
bottom side of the map, DRX have ran out of minions. They're just going to go for the brute force on this outer turret as the Baron is down to below half health. They're just trying to burst it. I think this is just gone.
Yeah.
As DRX, unfortunately, I mean, yes, they might be able to get some damage done onto this inhibitor turret. The reset does come in, and yep, 4 seconds until the Drake is alive. So maybe some sort of play as the Drake gets taken down pretty quickly, especially by Kingin, who does a lot of damage. They will pick up the aggro as, okay, in they go. Canna very close to just dead as the fight starts. That is the Infernal Soul picked up. Faker dives into the backline. Bao does use that stopwatch that we were talking about, but will he stay alive? The answer is absolutely not, as Kaz is a nuclear bomb in the backline with this build that he's gone for. Doesn't stay alive for very long, though, is now Teddy setting himself up with the curtain call as Solka walks towards him. Teddy thought that he might be able to go for this one. Okay, Deadly Flourish not actually going to be employed as Kingin looking for Carrier, looking for Faker, wanting to find an opportunity to close the gap, but he's not going to be able to. If he gets on top of anyone, he kills them. However, needs to find the Leona, as there are wolves there. There's Carrier as well.
Carrier!
Kingin, you knew! You saw him! Oh, dearie me, the Hex Flash gets him out, and Solka gets the bad news just before he gets over the wall.
Full shot on full health Brom.
Yeah.
That's what Infernal Soul will get you. Oh my god.
Infernal Soul and, you know, the old 5 big old items, as Cuz is looking to blow up the Nidalee and does so pretty effectively. We'll find the Q as well. Lands onto a couple of extra members at the same time, as Canna's going to come through and make sure the counter engage is impossible. T1 think that taking the jungler means Baron, and look, I kind of agree with them. Unless they kind of want to defend this inner turret that will get just snipped to bits by this Gwen.
It's just not on time, right? Like, you might get, again, a turret. I don't even think King is going to get that. It's just, there's not enough time. There's not enough pressure on the map. The Baron damage is too high.
So doing a lot of work here as Kingin moves on over. We are doing it. This is exactly what we were talking about. Teddy is going to throw out the curtain call, knows exactly where DRX are, and they are going to have to get off the Elder. That may have just got them into position as the Blast Cone gets Kingin over the wall. In the meantime, Faker's just in the bottom lane, and in goes Canna. There's the Paranoia as Faker will see where he is. The Elder was taken by T1 though, and I think that may just spell the end of DRX. Faker gets on top of Becca. The Dragon is getting extraordinarily angry. That's going to be the ace, and that will be the 2-0 for T1.
And it's a necessary game for T1 Atlas, the T1 that we haven't seen in a while, and I think DRX looked better today than they have in a while, but against a T1 that clearly also looks better than they have in a while, not enough whatsoever.
Yeah. And also, I don't know about the salty run back. I feel like we have learned that if you do it again, maybe it takes a bit longer, but the outcome is the same. Teddy's still just absolutely dominant. I think maybe the media might have been voting for this game instead of the other one.